excited to have you here. You are likely here if you're a woman that is experiencing some hormonal changes that occur before, during, and after menopause. And today's presentation has to do specifically with hot flashes. I'm also going to tell you about an upcoming program that I'm going to be doing strictly for women about menopause, and it's called the Menopause Survivor Guide Group Coaching Program. But before we get into that, our discussion today, as I mentioned and as promised, is about hot flashes. So without further ado, we're going to discuss that here today. So a lot of women have problems with hot flashes. This is probably the number one symptom that I hear from women on a regular basis, and it's very distressing and affects their quality of life as well. So let's get started here. First of all, I want to welcome you to the Menopause Sisterhood. My name is Laura Dankoff. I'm a nurse practitioner, and I've been treating women for many years now to try to help them navigate the changes that occur before, during, and after menopause. Some women sail through this just fine, others don't. And why did the Menopause Sisterhood or Menopause Sisters begin? Well, it had to do with one of my sisters here. Her name is Nancy Monroe, and she was experiencing hot flashes several times a day and also at night. And this was very, very distressing to her. And she was trying to figure out a way so that she could help other women with their symptoms of hot flashes. So not only that, help herself. And so she developed a product called Cool Cami, which we'll look at here in a moment. Instead of taking supplements or hormone replacement therapy or antidepressants, she looked for another way to try to find relief from her symptoms. As I mentioned, my name is Laura Dankoff, and I myself was experiencing a lot of problems with changes in my hormones leading up to menopause. So I could really relate to what was going on with other women. And in the process of learning how to help these women, I also helped myself survive the changes of menopause. So today we're going to be talking about, as I mentioned, hot flashes. I want to help you discover the 4 secrets to turning off those doggone hot flashes that you're probably having several times a day. So what is a hot flash? We're going to learn about that. And why am I having them? This is driving me mad. That's what I hear from so many women. It's just they cannot stand it. It's just absolutely disrupting every aspect of their life. So hot flash alert. What are the symptoms of a hot flash? So if you're on this presentation today, more than likely, you know these symptoms very well, which can include intense feeling of heat. Rapid and irregular heartbeat may occur for some people. A sense of flushing, a reddened face and neck. Some women will feel this start in their belly and just flush up to the top of their head instantaneously. They'll begin perspiring profusely, oftentimes drenching their clothing. And it's very embarrassing if you're, working in any kind of business and this happens in front of other people. Not to mention, it just makes you feel awful. It also can affect your sleep at night. You go from being hot and throwing your covers off to being cold and putting your covers back on, just like you see in this picture here. Can you relate to this? Many women, you'll see them having fans at their desk and have them on all day. They're taking off everything they can just to stay cool, and their coworkers may be freezing. At night, you end up throwing the covers off and you get all sweaty and hot, and the next thing you know, you're cooling down after the hot flash passes and you're trying to throw your covers back on, and this can go on several times a night. So this is a kind of a busy diagram by Everyday Health that goes over some of the things that are going on when you're having a hot flash. It's believed that 3 out of 4 women will experience hot flashes during menopause, and I do think that that's probably true. Certainly I have women that aren't having hot flashes, but they're having other symptoms of menopause. But hot flashes is the number one thing that they do complain about. Hot flashes are a hormonal condition that makes you feel sweat and red-faced. And can occur for several years. A recent study came out that showed that some women can experience these for up to 14 years. That's a long time to be going through this, not to mention not getting a good night's sleep as well. Hot flashes are probably caused by hormonal changes associated with menopause. Well, duh, I think they probably are. This is related to declines in the production of estrogen and progesterone and their fluctuation around menopause. Usually your progesterone's falling ahead of your estrogen, but a lot of times it's the estrogen component that will be a particular issue with hot flashes. There has to be some relationship with the thermostat in your brain, in the hypothalamus. I would suspect that what may be occurring is there's a normal feedback loop where the brain sends out to target organs such as your ovaries to release the hormone. And when it's not releasing a hormone like it's supposed to, the body tries to work really hard to make that happen and likely is throwing off this thermostat as a result, because the hypothalamus becomes very confused and reads that the body is needs to raise its body temperature. So it's a very, very confusing thing for many women. So, are you tired of the hormonal roller coaster ride? Most women are. A few years ago, I developed a program specifically on the hormonal changes, but I wanted to take it a step further and serve more women as a group, because I think sometimes if you can talk to other women that are going through the same thing, then you will appreciate that, you're not in this alone and there is help out there. So, do you know what's triggering your hot flashes? A lot of women don't. They just figure it must be their hormones, obviously, but are there things that you can do to lessen the frequency and intensity of your hot flashes? So we're going to look at that today. So here are the 4 secrets to turning off your hot flashes. First of all, you have to avoid the triggers, and you have to know what those triggers are. You want to remember to breathe and find balance, because stress is a big factor with hot flashes. We want to learn some ways that we can help you keep cool, and also look at some herbal support as well. So, hot flash triggers, hormonal changes are certainly at the top of the list, and that's a pretty, easy guess that that is a factor. Stress certainly will affect your hot flashes. Anytime your body's under stress, this is going to affect neurochemical and hormonal balance. Your diet plays a significant role with hot flashes, believe it or not. If you're consuming a lot of refined sugars and carbohydrates, this will trigger a hot flash and increase its intensity, particularly later in the day. Caffeine will raise body temperature and trigger hot flashes, and alcohol most certainly will trigger a hot flash about as soon as that glass of wine you're relaxing with in the evening touches your lips. As I mentioned, stress is a huge factor, not only for hot flashes, but overall sense of well-being and hormonal balance. We as women are being pulled in so many different directions all the time that we don't find time to just take care of ourselves. Oftentimes we're still taking care of children as we're going through menopause. We may be taking care of parents, aging parents as well, not to mention holding down a full-time job or community responsibilities. And this Cumulative chronic stress over time is burning you out, and you know it, but you don't know how to get out of the cycle. It's time to learn some ways to get out of that cycle and find balance, because not only is your estrogen and progesterone falling, but also your adrenal glands cannot keep up with the normal circadian rhythm and production of cortisol. And insulin is another hormone that can be affected through these changes. And women start gaining weight in places they hadn't gained weight before, in spite of likely eating a healthy diet and exercising. And it's just like, what the heck is going on? And why can't I get out of this cycle? Well, stress and poor sleep, diet, environment, these are all factors that will contribute. So learning to find balance, and to find balance, you first have to make an appointment with yourself and start taking care of you. Even if it's 5 to 10 minutes a day, you schedule time for everyone else. Isn't it about time you start scheduling time for you? Now, I mentioned that Nancy developed a product called a Cool Cami, and here's a picture of that. This picture probably doesn't do it justice, but it's a fabulous and amazing product, really. I mean, if you could see this and put this on, you would just see how amazing this is. Basically, this is a discreet camisole that you can wear under your clothing, and it's made of a soft bamboo fabric. And in the belly area there's a cooling liner that slips right in there and keeps your core body temperature cool for several hours. There's no charging this. There's no putting it in the refrigerator. It's self-activated as soon as it touches your skin. It's really an amazing product. That cooling liner will keep you cool for, I believe, about 4 to 5 hours, and then there is a second liner. You can switch them out and keep you cool all day at work. Not to mention that she also has a Cool Me mat, which can help keep you cool at night. She uses hers all the time, and it's been just a wonderful, wonderful godsend for her in decreasing the amount of hot flashes she has been having. If you want to look more at that product, you can certainly go to coolcami.com. That's coolcami.com. Now, I did tell you I was going to tell you about the Menopause Survivor Guide group coaching program. I'm really excited about this program that's going to be coming up here on October 26th is when we start. And I'll tell you here in a moment how you can learn more about this program. I developed this as a way, like I said, for women to get together and to share and to learn how they can put together their own menopause survivor guide. So, you know, I can only see so many women one-on-one as a nurse practitioner on a daily basis. And, you know, I can't see women in other parts of the country. So this is a good way, I thought, that we could get together. You can be anywhere in the world, and we can join in the spirit of, first of all, being a woman, but also being women supporting each other. So what you're going to learn during this program is you're going to discover the 6 root causes that are keeping you from thriving rather than surviving menopause. A lot of women feel like they're going crazy. So we're going to ask that question: is this menopause, or am I going crazy? So you're going to learn about understanding your symptoms. You know, what are the changes in your hormones that are going on that are causing your symptoms? I'm not just talking about hot flashes here. There's a lot of other symptoms that go on as well: weight gain and mood swings and trouble with sleep. There's so many things that are going on as your body's transitioning into this time of your life. You're actually, as I mentioned, going to develop your own menopause survivor guide and start taking steps to getting off that hormone roller coaster ride once and for all. So if you sign up now for the Menopause Survivor Guide group coaching program, your cost is only going to be $197. This program alone has a value of $1,997. If you consider if I was spending time with you one-on-one, a lot of health practitioners will charge anywhere from $200 to $600 an hour for their time. And during this 4-week program, we're going to spend about 60 to 90 minutes on our live calls. And you're also going to get a ton of information in between there. So I'm going to tell you more about that again in just a little bit. So I bet you're kind of wondering, what are some herbal remedies that I can use to help relieve my hot flash symptoms? Certainly the cool cami will give you an immediate relief from your hot flashes, and so that would be a great place to start. But something more long-term, certainly, as I mentioned, you need to really look at your lifestyle, your diet, how you're handling stress, and are you drinking very much coffee? Are you having a glass or two of wine in the evening? Those are certainly things that are going to contribute to those hot flashes. But having said that, what are some herbal remedies that have been shown to help with the modulation of your hormone balance, or to help with those hot flashes? Now, before I go into these, which you see listed there, I just want to stress the point that what I'm sharing with you is for informational purposes only and is not a replacement for seeking medical care when necessary. I am not treating you actively during this call. This, as I said, is strictly for informational purposes. So the first one I'm going to tell you about is called Estrovera. It's by a company called Metagenics. I know this picture is very blurry. I'm sorry about that. And it contains rhubarb extract. And this is an all-natural supplement to help with improving or lessening hot flashes. It's made from rhubarb. They actually did a 12-week clinical study on this, and it helped reduce the median number of daily hot flashes from 12 down to 2. That's significant. That's huge. In a 6-month study, they demonstrated progressive relief of multiple symptoms measured by the menopause rating scale. So it sounds like it also helped with other symptoms of menopause. So this is a really cool product, to say the least, and I would say very safe as well. Probably the more known supplement to help with the relief of hot flashes is black cohosh. Black cohosh is available over the counter in a product called Estroven, and it does help provide some relief. You usually have to take it for about 4 to 6 weeks, and you would with this product too. Why I picked this product out, and you certainly can get this through Pure RXO. You can see the link there if you go to pathtohealthandhealing.com, and you'll see it on the sidebar. You also find it on the Menopause Sisters.com website. Just go to Pure RXO and you can order this if you'd like. But this contains a blend of good ingredients. As I mentioned, a lot of women are burnt out when they reach menopause. Those poor adrenal glands have had it, and that affects cortisol level, which can affect your energy, your mood, your sleep-wake cycle, your weight. This contains a ginseng. Ginseng is what's known as an adaptogen, so it supports your adrenal glands, but it also has the black cohosh in it. So you take that in the morning. It also has some green tea in it, which is a good antioxidant. And then in the evening dose has the black cohosh, but it also has valerian in it. Valerian can help with sleep. It's believed that it can help you get a deep, restful sleep. The key here, though, is valerian. You have to take it for a while. Usually about 4 to 6 weeks to get the full benefit. So if you're taking this particular supplement, give it 4 to 6 weeks to see if you're noticing a difference. Hops contains hops and L-theanine. L-theanine helps with if you're feeling anxious. It can help with that anxiety that can occur for some women at night. You just don't understand, why am I feeling anxious? Well, progesterone can help with sleep and help stabilize your mood, so that lowering of progesterone may actually be affected by this. So L-theanine is a great addition to this particular product. This is a really exciting product here. It's called Praeria mirifica. It comes from kudzu, which is a weed that grows even in some parts of this country, but this is a specific kudzu that comes out of Thailand. It was discovered hundreds of years ago by women in Southeast Asia. And they found that it helped to alleviate the symptoms of menopause and restore their youthful vitality. Even men are using this product, so it just helps modulate hormone balance. I remember reading a testimonial from a gentleman said that he will take this the rest of his life. So it helps both men and women. And there's only a couple of products out on the market that I'd even recommend. And I have no affiliation with Dr. Christiane Northrup, but she's an amazing gynecologist, and she does have a product called Amata that has this active ingredient in it. So if you're going to look at taking Praeria mirifica, I would definitely recommend her product. A couple of others that I want to tell you about are passion flower and evening primrose. Passion flower helps cool anxiety that can trigger a hot flash. So remember when I talked about how stress can trigger those hot flashes? Passion flower can help you. It also can help you calm down an overstimulated brain because it helps increase gamma-butyric acid, or GABA, levels in the brain. This is particularly important if you're having trouble shutting off your brain at night and you're just thinking about everything. So passion flower in the evening may help. And then evening primrose, it is an essential fatty acid that helps regulate estrogen and has a cool and calming effect. So those are some other things you might want to try. So again, a little bit more about the Menopause Survivor Guide group coaching program. Sorry, this is a really super busy slide, but I just want to kind of share some of the information that is in this program. And I will also share a link where you can learn more about this program as well. As I mentioned, there will be 4 live group coaching calls where we're going to look at how to improve your hormonal balance and your menopause path. You're going to do this in an environment supported by other women who are also on the same journey with you. And ultimately, I want you to start feeling better and have more energy and have peace of mind, body, and soul. On this journey, you will be given a step-by-step guidance along with all the materials you need to discovering the secrets to better hormone balance and getting off that hormone roller coaster ride once and for all. You will have direct access to me, as I mentioned, during those live calls, and all of my expertise treating hundreds of women over the past several years. Now, don't worry if you cannot make all the live calls. There's no worries here. It's because all the calls will be recorded and will be available for MP3 download. During this program, you will be putting together your very own unique menopause survivor guide. This will include understanding what is happening with your hormones during menopause, your specific menopause symptoms and what is causing them. You'll learn what that is. You'll see, what hormones can cause what symptoms. You'll take steps to support better hormone balance by addressing your own unique root causes of those imbalances. And you'll learn, what are some ways to test? How do I test if my hormones are out of balance? And it is always best to test and not guess. You're going to develop your own unique menopause survival guide, and you're going to discover how to maintain balance, not only with your hormones, but just with your health and life in general. Not only that, as I mentioned, we're going to have 4 live coaching calls. The whole program and all the materials alone are easily worth $1,997, but I'm also giving away maybe more bonuses than I should here, but I just want you to have all the necessary information that is going to support you on your path to better health and start thriving rather than just surviving menopause. So the bonuses here include the Detox Your Body for Better Hormone Balance. Bonus number 2, herbs and spices to boost health during menopause. So there's things you can even add in your diet that are going to help you here. A lot of women struggle with insomnia during menopause with their hormone changes. So bonus number 3 is to provide you with the insomnia cures without medication. Bonus number 4 has more to do with just your state of mind and your perception of how you present yourself in life and how to live in a more positive light. A lot of women also have trouble with their libido, and that's very frustrating, and they lose that intimacy they once had. So bonus number 5 is about your lost libido. Bonus 6 is to try to get you to start relaxing, so I provided you with a meditation for relaxation. Bonus 7 is steps to reducing stress and promoting better hormone balance. So stress is, like I said, a big deal, so I really concentrate on that here. Bonus number 8 is another stress-reducing meditation, and then I provide you with one more secret bonus as well. Now, because of the electronic nature of this program, I do want to guarantee the program to you, but because you will have immediate access to all of this information, I will guarantee you a refund within 14 days of purchase. All I ask is that you email me at laura@pathtohealthandhealing.com and explain what difficulty you had with the program, and I'll be happy to refund you $97 of your money due to the digital nature of this product, because you are going to be immediately, as I said, getting a ton of information and access to a multitude of handouts, more than what is shown here with the bonuses. There is really a lot of information in this course. So if you're ready to join the Menopause Survivor Guide group coaching program, simply go to menopaussisters.com/products, and you will find a link there to learn more detail about the program and a lot of questions and answers you might have. So please read through all that. And I even go into a lot more detail about what's in the program, more so than what I shared with you here today. So I want to thank you for spending time with me. And if you haven't joined us over at menopaussisters.com, I encourage you to do that, as I do try to write a blog post about once a month. And I will also send out emails to you. I try to do that once or twice a month. You know, I know we all get a lot of emails, so I do try to keep the number of those down. And again, if you want to join the Menopause Survivor Guide group coaching program, it's a great value. Simply go to menopaussisters.com/products, and you will see a link there to the program and more information. Again, I want to thank you for joining me, and I wish you the very, very best on your menopause journey. Take care. Bye-bye.